Hello, beautiful ignited souls. I hope you are excited as I am here on this beautiful day, hour, minute, wherever you are. Welcome to Crime Queen, where, we are about to commit the biggest crime ever. It's about self love. It's about loving yourself, that which we have been taught not to do. You're supposed to love somebody else, not yourself. So much so that Christ had to die and come on the cross, or die on the cross, or before dying on the cross, teach this great wisdom, to love the Lord your God with all your heart and soul, and love your neighbor like yourself, meaning that you need to know about self love before you can learn to love the Lord thy God. And of course, it's die, that word die. Oh, of course, it is spelled Thy, which also means God, because that equals 17, just like the word God equals 17, and 1 plus 7 is 8. So we are talking about numerology. So love thy God, meaning love number 8, love that infinite number, love thy that circle, that cycle of life. And that cycle of life, yes, it has got the death element attached to it, hence the whole story of Jesus Christ. However, this is what we are meant to learn to do for ourselves. We die of the things that no longer serve us. We die of learning that, you give of everything you have and not learn the value of itself or of that thing for yourself. Then you need to die of that thing, because then you have no idea of the value of what you have. You just end up giving it away. And what sense is that? This is what relationship is about. You give of something you honor that something, its value, that you could love someone enough to give it to them, and they in turn, with that desire, intention, or compassion that you gave it, receive it in that spirit. Oh, okay. All I'm trying to say is that we are meant to learn to cultivate love. And love is something, of course, I believe right now that we are meant to learn to cultivate this. Hence, the word is always die, 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 to live, 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 live. Okay, now I'm not losing it. Stick around because I've got something. It's like I could feel, what is she on about? Stick around on Crime a Queen. The crime, as I say, that you have been meaning to commit, but maybe have not had enough courage to say, well, yes, I'm going to do this. I'm going to start paying more attention to my own thoughts and to my own words and into my own needs, or whatever it is I need to help grow, to learn, hence the acronym of L.E.G.S on Crime a Queen. So we learn, we earn, we grow, and we serve. So this is just snippet of what we do here. Okay, so I'm going to I have been meaning to do more on the gods, the 14 gods that we have discovered in Genesis of chapter 1 and 2. And so to really enlighten particularly newcomers to this channel, to really enlighten you on what it means to have this relationship with the 14 gods, like your 14 professional, your 14 spiritual professionals, there to assist you at anything that you want. So it's like your dentist or your physician or your healer or your yogi, your guru, and whatever it is, but they are here to assist us. So this is what we are talking about with the 14 gods. They coincide coincide, in case you are not familiar with the characteristics, but they coincide with the 14 gods and goddesses of the mythical gods and goddesses. We have Osiris, we have Mars, we have Jupiter, and Sun, and the list. In fact, I really should have had my list with me. But they also coincide with the puja ceremony of the Hindus. They celebrate once a year the 14 gods and so on. So, this has been hidden in the scriptures, and meaning the Holy Bible, the King James version of the Holy Bible, and this was discovered hidden in verbs, so meaning that in our language we would utter their vibration and they would always be alive in us, but now they want us to recognize them as they are, the 14 gods, as the created gods, which you will see on this list, which I'm either put in this way or that way. And so you will have this list of the characteristics of the gods: the created God, the moved God, the said God, the saw God, the moved God, and so on and so on. So we'll have this list for you. And basically, as I said, this is to help us cultivate love, enough love that we can spill onto others. Having said all that, I want to also show that what is happening in our world today, in our lockdown, our national lockdown. For instance, if you are new to this channel, I have done a video specifically on this lockdown, national lockdown, and you will see that the numerical values really present themselves very well and very clear, and of course giving us the parallel to the gods and how the gods can serve us. But basically it's also showing us that the gods, or the main reason why the gods want to be recognized right now, because we are in a new creation. So you would have heard a lot about New World Order and so on. This is all derivative from the scriptures, as well as in the word own. Or as in the Matrix, when you hear of the word Neo, you are the one. Or when we hear about the one God, the one. So all this is coinciding with the number 7. And this is what is happening right now. We have in our national or geographical pandemic, if you like, of what is happening in our world. It's a new creation that is happening. And so a lot of us are getting angry about, oh, we are not told this, we are not told that. When you understand numerology and the vibration and frequency, you will understand that the people in positions of, or politicians, in fact I have the number 11 just come on my screen, you will understand that the number 11, for instance, even now as we are recording this on the 1st of November, so there we have 1 1. So these ones, 1 we are beginning something, but this is not only coinciding with just today. All the numbers and all the announcements that has been given to us when things are actually being announced in the media, in the news, they also already are planting a seed in our minds, preparing us. So it's like digging the ground, toiling the soil, turning it upside down, and preparing it for the seeds to actually be sown, and so it can grow. This is why again we are talking about legs. So you would be learning, you would be earning the wisdom, earning the way, earning whatever it is that you are meant to learn and to, of course, so you learn, you earn, you grow, and you serve. You are serving one another. We are talking about loving one another. So when we understand the depth and beauty of numerology, then we'll be able to know exactly what we are intending to sow, what seeds we are sowing. Likewise, by sowing, we would be earning, we would be growing, we would be serving. So this is what it's about. We need to be learning first here, learning numerology. This is a tool that is given to us, so we learn how to use the tool. Learn how how to turn it upside down, in and out, whatever it is, by healing ourselves, healing our minds, and concentrating really on this land, like it was said of the children of Israel going to the promised land. The promised land, we are the land, meaning the new creation, the new land to sow the seeds, so to have that new creation. Okay, so in case you're new to this channel, we spoke about the 14 gods which are here. And do forgive me, well, I keep saying forgive me, but it's like almost, this is the planted god, so planting, planted, in case you can't see this very well. Okay, so these are gods that we have here, and these wow, the 14 gods, and they have their numerical values. So again, this is not something that I just did by myself. I have been spiritually guided by the 14 gods and goddesses to come to realize that we have a pattern here for this new creation. This new creation, I believe, is that we have ended, we have on a set, we are again setting a new program, or downloading a new program. We are now, we have dealt with the divided God and the blessed God, which is reflecting 11 here. And this is now we are getting into this new here, because 11 is also 2. So I have spoken a lot on these, and not that I mind, but I really like to move on forward with this. So we are, when it is said and God ended, so here we are recreating. Here we have ended. Where there is an end, there is a new beginning. So blessed, which was free, this is where we could say on this 8, where Mother Eve, who had been calling us for a long while, but from 2017, Mother Eve has been calling us home. She needs to teach us. Mother Eve is the serpent, the wisest of all creatures. Now, of course, the serpent was said to be sly, uh, deceitful, but these are all the things we also need to learn so we can know the path that we are meant to go. The serpent sheds its skin. It is also teaching us that we need to shed off our skin as well. The serpent has a time when it lays low, and of course after it's eaten, for instance, it stays there for however long it is, and until it is ready to swallow again, or ready to give birth again, or whatever it is. But it's the cycles. This is why we have the caduceus as the symbol of medicine, with the two serpents. Okay, so for instance, we have the two serpents, which is okay, something to that effect. And so we are meant to really pay attention to Mother Eve. So yeah, for those who are joining us for the first time, I'm going to say a little bit more on sacrifice. This is the time where we are paying attention to this sacrifice. Now, this sacrifice has got this element of 666, which is called the mark of the beast. Now, people have seemed to actually try and separate this mark of the beast with something very evil, which also has the connotation, and perhaps if it has any thing much more than what I know of, then this is another side and something else. But I also am going by what I have been guided and what I have been shown. It's that's the 6 protons, 6 electrons, and 6 neutrons, the 666. Also, it means that these are 6 cycles that each of these are cycles that we go through. And these cycles here also entail this 369 that Nikola Tesla protests, if you like, that if we learn to understand this frequency of 369, then we will be able to master the art of life, if you like. So I done a video, of course, on 369 where it is said, where Christ then says to us, ye are lords and this ye are gods, and this comes to 369. This shows that the power that we have, but we have not owned that power. This is what now we are meant to learn, to own up and learn that power that is been given to us, as in this 369 sequence, which is sacrifice. So what are we meant to be sacrificing in these times? And now this is with this COVID-19 coronavirus precautions that we are meant to exercise, is now saying to us, we need to go within ourselves and find out for ourselves now, what do I need to shed off? We have been programmed to put our attention on this thing, beast, which is supposed to be out there, but pay attention to the beast that is within us, the wisdom of the serpent, which is again takes its rise or form, which is one of the gods, the form god. It takes its form as the serpent. When we have an aha moment, or a kundalini activation, or the third eye, or opening of the third eye, in whatever way you want to put it, where when we are intuitive, when we have a hunch, this is that beast taking working from the sexual serum, taking its rise and coming up to the surface. And this is where it's like psh, the serpent is like that whisper, the silent whisper is there telling us, like just like in the story, or have God said, if ye eat of the fruit, you shall surely die? And the answer comes, which is where Eve saw the fruit, it was good for food. Your eye open and you can see what is good, what is supposedly bad, whatever it is, but the eye opens up. This is the wisdom. So I'm just going to leave this video here for again to encourage you. I want to really speak on the lockdown that we have, which is going to happen on Thursday, the 5th of November 2020. Of course, now I have been doing a lot on 2020. I would like you to see this. I have also been speaking a lot on the 14 gods and the number 14, 23, or 32. However, number 5 comes up. And this is not by chance that this number 5 is coming up again, the 5th of November, number 5, which is saying Jesus Christ, or the Christ Jesus. So do join me again when I show you how these numbers work, like Jesus, which equals 5, which equals Christ, and of course number 11, which equals Jesus, the first master number, 11. But more so, I want to show you how the new creation is happening with number 11, and why It is number 5. Before I knew the date, and someone was saying, have you heard of the lockdown? I said, I'm sure it's going to happen. I believe it's going to happen around the 5th. And so when we listened to the news, it was the 5th, because there's a pattern with the number 5. So do join me again, lovely ignited souls, where I, as your partner in crime, we are ready to learn the tools to help us grow, to learn and serve, of course, and stay ignited.